Come on, you Reds. Hey guys, we are back with another preview. I've got Rads to my left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, good. Yeah, all good.
Rad, in a way, how do you feel about going into it, especially after this international break?
I mean, I'm just pleased we have club football back, and we have got a long stint now without it being interrupted, which is great. I mean, obviously, I think every Forest fan knows our record at Reading isn't the best. I can't remember the last time we won there, which says a lot, to be
Then we
honest.
did 3-0 on the Dudley.
God, really? Wow. Okay, it's a long time ago then. Yeah, the last several trips though have not been very pleasant. And of course, the last time we went there, it's one of the craziest ends to a game I think you'll see, really. But yeah, I mean, I'm confident going into most games in that, really. Even like against Fulham and that, I thought it would be tough, but I had a little bit of belief. So I think that's just what Cooper has instilled into us now. And I think Preston was a really good performance. We could say international break could, end momentum a bit, but I don't think it really did last time either. Because we beat Blackpool straight away, so I think we shouldn't really be too worried about that. And of course, Reading, they're not doing as well as they did last year, and they've also had a points deduction. So that can't, it's not going well if you've got a points deduction. They haven't been that threatening to watch this season from whenever I've seen them. So yeah, it should be a game we should be winning, but you can never really write anyone off in this league.
I mean, well, it's the championship as well, so anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just. I mean, everyone says it's the best league in the world, or a lot of people do, for entertainment. And yeah, it's entertaining, but if you're in it, you don't really see it like that. You see it as hell, really, because it's especially when you've been in it as long as Forest have. It's pretty frustrating.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
But I do think that going into it on especially against Reading. I mean, they got John Swift, who, if Forest nullified his credentials, Forest, I mean, Reading won't be nothing without them.
Yeah, I mean, he's been at Reading for quite a while, John Swift, and he's always been a player that stood out to me whenever I've seen them play. He can score quite a few from range as well whenever I've seen him. And I mean, saying we've been praising our midfield a lot this season, if we were to just go and get someone like John Swift, that would be incredible. We've seen how Yates and Colback are playing so well, and then I mean, Swift's more of an attacking minded midfielder, and obviously we have Johnson and that. So I don't really know how it would fit in, but it would be an amazing option if we could get him. I certainly wouldn't say no to someone like John Swift coming in. Arguably, I do think we need a left back more, even with Max Lowe. But then again, like you thought, oh well, Max Lowe can't play against Sheffield United. Here comes Bong, but if Bong can even get in against Sheffield. So I mean, the thing is that we still do need to have someone to help Lowe out if he can't play. And God forbid we do lose Lowe or Spence, which is unfortunately being talked about. We definitely can't lose them both. But anyway, that's a different topic. About Swift, it would be a great signing if we get him in for free as well.
Yeah, I was going to touch on the Spence and Lowe situation with here because that's been like the main talking point over this international break, especially with Wilder coming in and trying to fix both, like thinking about recalling both of them back. I mean, we've seen how crucial they both have been.
Yeah, I mean, I think it will be really bad if we lose both of them. I think we have to particularly, even though I personally think Spence is a bit better than Lowe, I think Lowe is arguably more important because of the lack of options, like I said, left back. Whereas with Spence, we do have players that could potentially replace him, like, Drager or back, or if even Tutu was to become a fit, we do have right backs. But then again, I would not want to lose Spence at all. I want us to keep him for sure. But, I mean, it's not really a surprise that they want to recall him, and I kind of just hope that Warnock would stick it out with for a bit longer so he didn't get recalled. But, of course, I think Wilder's going to see how well Spence is doing and he's going to be interested. And I think even under Houghton, I mean, he only had like 2 games with Spence and Lowe, but you did see that we weren't quite as awful as we were before. And, they were some of the few standouts in those 2 games at the end of Houghton, of course. But I think we've really seen in the group, of course, they've gone to an even better level. So yeah, it would be really big if we lost them both. I don't have a clue what we'd do at left back if we did lose Max Lowe. But it's going to happen. I think it would make sense with Burr to recall Spence. And Lowe, I'd be a little bit more surprised if he went back because Sheffield do have options at left back. Like, obviously, I don't watch Sheffield all the time, but I know they have like Ender Stevens, and I think they've got a young lad as well. 19 Davis has been playing there this season, so they do have left backs. So I wouldn't really see why they'd want Low back and Osborne. Yeah, but he plays everywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So I didn't really know. Oh, should I count Osborne as a left back? Or is he a midfielder? I don't know. But it would be huge in a bad way if we got rid of those 2. But let's just hope we can keep hold of them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there was all that question about when we did play Sheffield United that would Bum play? Could Cole play there? Could Richardson play there? And I mean, it is a massive position to fill. I mean, left back seems to be our Achilles heel most of the time.
Yeah. It's annoying really because if we finally get a left back that we all like and saying he could fill the void for quite a while, but then he's a lone player, and obviously we had Ribeiro in that, but he was only here 2 years and he wasn't perfect really. It would have been. I personally would have kept hold of him in the summer, but I mean, I suppose right now if we had him, it wouldn't be that bad because he could just replace Lowe. But down the years we've had some pretty poor left backs. We've seen Blackett and Bong, of course. It's a pretty terrible selection right there. But yeah, it definitely is a position that I'm a bit concerned about going into January, that we don't lose Lowe and Spence, and even the likes of Zinkernagel. You could see them going back to Watford, because I've heard like the African Cup of Nations, they could recall him apparently, because I know Watford have a lot of African players. So that could be a thing that they decide to do. So yeah, it wouldn't be good if we lost all 3 of them for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it will be worrying. I mean, 2% I stated that he's starting to prepare for January, so
yeah,
with them contingency plans.
Yeah,
can I get that word out? Who would you start tomorrow?
Whereabouts, or just in general?
Yeah, in general.
I'll probably go with what we did before. To be honest, like I don't really think we ought to be changing it too much. I think I definitely would keep the midfield. Yates and Colback. I think they're undroppable right now. I mean, Garner's. I don't really know what the future holds for him. To be honest, I could see him going back to United because he's not been the same James Garner, unfortunately, that we had before. But then again, the fact that we're not too concerned about that is pretty good, because we've got other players that were, especially a player that was already at Forest last season, just keeping him at the team now is pretty encouraging. Obviously, I'd stick with Lowe and Spence. This is the thing, it's a good question when you think about it, because should we stick with 3 centre backs, or should we put with you against Preston, of course, where we went to 2 centre backs? And I personally, I like the 3 at the back system that we've been playing, but if I was a manager, I probably would play 2 centre backs. So I don't mind either way which one we do play, because it's good that we do, like Cooper said, I wanted to be able to adapt. Because whenever we've been taking Figueiredo off for Mighton or Lolly in games when we need a goal, for instance, we've gone back to 4 at the back in general, and it's worked 10-1. We've had a few comebacks when we've gone to that against Bristol and QPR, for instance. So I'm glad that you thought, right, well, let's give it a go from the start against Preston. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. It'd be interesting to see whether he'll stick to that or not. It's just good that we can adapt. But yeah, I probably would go to three at the back, to be fair. I don't think it's fair to keep Figueiredo out the team where he's been playing. So, the Wall, McKenna, Figueiredo. And then I go for Zinchenko, Johnson, and obviously grabbing up top, I think.
It's nice to have that dilemma.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good problem to have in football. Sometimes it's not the best issues to solve in football, but I think that's definitely a good one.
What be your scoreline against Reading?
I mean, history would tell us it's not going to be the best scoreline against Reading, and especially at home. Even it's not been the best either. I think the last few games have been a draw at home. Obviously, we lost at Reading last season. But yeah, I'm actually feeling quite confident once about Reading away. I think given their situation and given how we're playing, I think we've proven now that it isn't just a manager bounce, because I think that would have run out by now. You could have said when we lost to Fulham and when we was, obviously it was a brilliant way of winning, but we were struggling against Bristol. You could say, well, it's running out of steam already, but we've seen that since then we can still play some great football like we did against Preston. And you say what you want about the opposition, we still got a good win, played well. So yeah, I don't think it's the manager. I don't think manager bounce is really a thing anymore. I think it's definitely showing that Cooper's really implemented something into this team. So yeah, I'm not gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna go 2-0 to Forest.
Hey, different scoreline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully no late goals this time.
Hopefully not. No, that would be a lot more pleasing. It wouldn't be as stressful either.
Yeah. So I'd like to say thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
So I'd like to say thank you for watching.